Locked on Target. Hi crew, and welcome to this July 4th edition of Hot Chocolate Chronicles, and this is your boy Captain Chris, rocking new white headphones from Sony. If I can get off my thing or whatever. Yeah, they're pretty cheap ones actually, so my family got them for me. But anyways, yeah, welcome to the Hot Chocolate Chronicles, and I'll talk a little bit more after I introduce the show. As you know, if you're new to the show, this is the show where we talk about life, the universe, and everything, as well as video games and my family, over a cup of hot chocolate or a beverage of your choice. We just basically this is a conversation between me and you, and we talk about stuff that's going on in my life and video game world and pretty much all that. So let's get the show started with our first drink. Oh man, that's good. And this week, in case anyone's wondering, don't have cinnamon, don't have any fun flavors, don't have orange or any of that jazz. I just have regular mini marshmallow hot chocolate. It's good to get back to normal sometimes, and man, it's especially good today. I know it's a little warm out, but Hot Chocolate Chronicles is a thing that goes year-round, so no matter what temperature it is outside, Captain Chris will be drinking this hot chocolate for the likes of you guys for many years to come. So first thing I want to talk about is my headphones. A little bit of it. As you know, these headphones are kind of broken, and these are my usual ones. So, sad day. You know that these broke, and they kind of poke me. So we had to emergency buy the other ones. And if you notice, it doesn't have a mic on it, which is fine because I use my Yeti, which is actually off screen over here, for all of my audio anyways. So I don't really need a mic. I just need some decent sound. And these things do have some decent sound. They're not comfy though. So I'm still looking for a wireless pair of headphones and something that's not in white, because white is not my color. Alright, not that I don't like white, but I generally wear more dark tones, and white contrasting with black hair, or I guess dark brown hair. It looks black everywhere else, but with dark hair, I just don't like the contrast. So aesthetically, not a big fan of these headphones, but they do get the job done. And compared to hurting my head to wear them, like my other pair of headphones that I showed you, these are fantastic. So I like the other ones. They feel more comfortable when they were actually a full and worked pair, but they're broken. But yeah, that's the big thing that's going on. Back from last week, the 5 hours of drumming went pretty good. I wasn't super sore. I was only sore for a day, about being out of commission for about 24 hours after that. Yeah, that's how much it hurts to drum for 5 hours in one day in 94-degree weather. But the car show was good, and we had a good turnout, and we nailed all of our songs. I actually have some video I might upload to the channel in case you guys are curious about that. But I don't want to sound negative, but our singers were off on the song because they just didn't know the song. But like the instruments were awesome, and like the drums were awesome in it, which is what I played. So I might upload it, but it just sounds terrible because the singers really just didn't know how to sing that song. And that's no offense to them. Like, they're decent singers when they know the songs, but not so good when they just didn't understand pauses and weren't really on time with the song. But that's just, we had to switch up a bunch of our singers right at the last moment. So that's no one's fault other than, you know, a bunch of our singers switched right at the last minute. And we pulled in a new singer 2 weeks before the car show. And so 2 rehearsals, and yeah. But let's go ahead and talk about video games. I have to say special thank you to my friend Empire Battles. We grew up together. He's an indie game designer now, and he works he works still on the side, but he's been supporting the channel like crazy. And today he sent me a $50 Steam gift card so I could pre-order the new Tales of game. And I was like, oh my gosh, buddy, like, this is crazy good news. Like, because he and I used to play through the Tales of games together. Tales of Symphonia was the first real game we played through, and I think we played through it together twice, from beginning to end. So whenever a Tales of game comes out, it's kind of a nostalgic moment, and hopefully it'll have online, or we can trick it to have online, where we can play together when that game comes out, because I'm let's playing that whole darn game for this channel, okay? Because in case you don't know, the Tales of series, like Tales of Symphonia, Tales of Zestiria, Tales of, oh gosh, I'm trying to think, Zestiria, that's the one that most Xbox gamers know, and I have it for Xbox as well, but I'm just trying to name off one from each console. Basically, the Tales of games are pretty much my favorite games of all time. Like, as far as RPGs go, like, as passionate as people get about Final Fantasy, that's how passionate I am about Tales of games, because they fit that niche of being action and combat, and always tell great stories in my mind. And I really like the story that's coming up from the trailer. I think the trailer ruined a bit of it for me, but the thing about Tales of games is they have so much plot in them that it's kind of like, yeah, I probably saw like the first hour or 2 hours of play, but like there's plot twists that you don't see coming, and always there's this major point in Tales of games, and it's become kind of predictable to me because I played so many of them, that you just don't see coming whatsoever, and everything turns on its head, where like an enemy becomes an ally, or you discover you're destroying another world, or you discover the things that have powered up your bodies and able to give you like these superpowers or whatever are actually crafted from human souls, and thus you don't feel comfortable using them because literally you're consuming the power of another human soul by using it, and benefiting from someone else's suffering, and that they always do these core concepts of kind of taking something you take for granted and surprising you with it midway through. So I can't remember Tales of Graces. Well, it was probably part of the Purple Girl. I can't remember my characters right now. Like I remember Estelle. I remember Lloyd. I remember Genus. I remember Rain. I remember all the old characters, but the newer ones haven't left an impression on me other than Martel and oh gosh, what's his name? I use him. He's the fifth character who's the doctor. He's very bland. He's a very bland anime character, which is why he's not memorable, because I've watched Hunter x Hunter and like just watched Hunter x Hunter, or I don't even know if it's called Hunter x Hunter. I just watched Hunter x Hunter, and it's like the characters in there have replaced in my mind most bland characters, and not to say like they're bland, but like whenever I think of a doctor now, Jude, that's his name. Like I don't remember those type of characters so much, but I remember a lot of the old ones because I think they were better written, to tell you the truth. But yeah, I'm looking forward to the Zestiria games, and or this is Tales of Zestiria, which is the new one that's coming out October 20th, which I got pre-ordered. Yeah! Which actually the pre-order bonus is they're going to release Tales of Symphonia for PC, which is awesome. So I will own that game 3 ways if the pre-order bonus is fulfilled. And normally I don't endorse pre-orders, but the Tales of games, as I said, I'm a mega fan. Okay, so it doesn't matter. I'm going to buy it on day 1 anyways. Might as well pre-order it and get bonuses for like I get, as I said, one of the pre-order bonuses, if they get a certain number, is they throw in Tales of Symphonia for PC for free. So I own the PS3 remake in HD. I own the original GameCube version, and I will soon to own the PC version. And of course, I want to do a Let's Play of that game anyways for the channel, but I want to get through Half-Life 2 and its episodes, and I have a lot of games I want to Let's Play for the channel. So you guys are going to be enjoying a lot of my favorite games over the next years or so. I don't know. So it's going to take me a while if I have to break these games into 15-minute chunks. So even Half-Life, which is an FPS, is already up to like 9. I think I lastly counted was like 26 episodes recorded, and only 6 are up on the channel, like that type of thing. And you'll know because these will show up. Like that's the point where you know, I have recorded to, because it just takes forever to do that, because I don't want to be like, here's like 40 episodes of Half-Life in a row. I want to like intermingle it with the pre-recorded stuff with like Squirtopia and whatnot. So 20 minutes a game. So I want to talk about 20 minutes a game because I've been doing a lot of. I have a few of those recorded too. I don't know where I'm going to slot it, but man, do I enjoy doing those episodes because it kind of gives me a chance to check out indies and just, like, showcase them and what I think about them and other things. I really like that. I need to redo my channel trailer because I think my channel's gone in a different direction now, with like indies and whatnot, and I want to have a segment in my trailer about 20 minutes of games. So hopefully I can find the old files or the project files, but I think I've deleted them by now. Well, I can just download my channel trailer and add it in there and edit it from the download and then re-upload it. But basically, I really like doing 20 minutes a game. So you guys are going to be seeing more of that stuff coming soon. The podcast, I'm hoping to get everyone together this week again to talk about stuff. I don't know what we're going to talk about. Probably a little bit about the NX news that we've just heard about, which is basically non-news. But we're just talking about how Nintendo's kind of bailing on the Wii U. And talk about the expectations for the X1. I'll come up with a list of topics for everyone by then, but generally this is going to be the first more laid-back one, and we're going to talk about games we've been playing and whatnot. So kind of like this, but that's the feel of the podcast, but with other people, so you don't need to listen to me for like 40 minutes. So it still might be that anyways, but let's have another drink. Oh, man. All right. So now we talked about games for a bit. Actually, we talked about games for a lot. But I still want to talk about my family a bit. My mother-in-law is down for 4th of July, and we are having a grill out tonight, and I'm pumped about that. I haven't been feeling too good over the past few days, which is why I didn't get a video up. I still don't feel good, but I'm still in a good mood because we just came from a balloon festival, and that was fun. Abigail got to see her first real balloon, and she figured out how to pull it down and play with the balloon, and she was so happy. Let's see real quick. I've never done this, and this might be the tackiest thing ever, but I'm going to show my phone to the camera, and no, it's glaring a little bit. But you can kind of see her look at her mother and that type of thing. And yeah, that was super tacky of me to do. Sorry, but I got pictures, so of course, you know, that's the thing. And she is super happy about it. So yeah, that's wonderful. Now, as far as videos go, I might just put up Half-Life and whatnot. I'm thinking about just going to one Let's Play a day, if not 2, just to get this backlog of stuff, because there's so much stuff I want to play and record that I kind of feel like if Half-Life is taking me this long to get through, that, you know, like an RPG, like I was mentioning before, it's going to take forever. I need to think about that a little bit. more because I don't want to make a 300 long episode or of game whatever, and I don't want to edit out story, so I might do like Anna does, which is record for an hour and then like cut it down to the 20 minutes of the best parts or whatever, especially in grinding things. But the thing about Tales of games is they don't promote grinding, okay? That's the point of, like, you can go through the game, not grind at all, and just go from mob to mob to mob. Granted, you're going to have to fight every mob on the way, and you can avoid mobs, but Tales of games do not feature grinding unless you get to end game and you want to go for a specific goal, like a cursed weapon and getting that to 999. Well, a cursed weapon, every enemy you defeat with that weapon or get the killing blow with, you get 1 attack damage. So up to 9999. They're strongest weapons in the game, but you have to work to build them up. So basically, you have to do 9,000 battles with them to get them to the max damage. Until then, there are blessed items or themed items from previous games that, like Lloyd's bucklers or whatever, you know what I mean, that will have legendary status or exotic status. Not that they have it, but that's what it translates into, i.e. highest stat class, our best in slot, other than if you want to work at cursed items. So I'm super excited about the storyline. Sorry that I keep on coming back to this game, but that's just how pumped I am. I'm pumped about the Archangel theme. How about, you know, like the humans and seraphim and angels and whatnot, rather than being it like the goddess and the whatever, like some kind of Eastern mythology that it's been. They're taking a more Western approach, which, oh man, I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do here. So like that. Like humans don't see angels, and they're using a lot of language of the Bible, like shepherd and that type of thing, and like they have some kind of embodiment system. And oh man, I cannot wait for this game. So October 20th is going to be a busy time for me, and then hopefully I'll get an X1 this year, and then I'll do a Let's Play Halo 5 and start doing Let's Plays of some X1 games. Or Xbox One. I'm just pumped in general. This is like a great time of the year, and hopefully I get some better headphones, because these things do the trick, but they're not exactly what I want. But yeah. And, oh yeah, instead of a helmet for my show, and thank you guys for sticking with me this long. I'll promise this will be the last topic, and then I'll cut it off. But instead of doing a helmet, I think I'm just going to do a hat and a patch, because that is a helmet to custom make it like I need it would be about $300, and because I want a real like fighter helmet type thing, that's a minimum low end thing, and that's before I actually design any of the logos and spray paint, not counting the cost of actually like doing the logos and whatnot, and you know, which is probably another like $30-40 for the materials and the paints and whatnot. So I can get a hat and get a patch printed and have it come up to $15. And right now the channel's not really taking off all that much, so $15 in the budget. $340 and something that might not take off. Probably better spend on the $15 for now. Not saying I don't want a helmet, but it would be more comfortable to do Let's Plays in and Twitch streams and whatnot. So I'm thinking I'm shifting my focus towards doing a hat instead of a helmet. What do you guys think about that? Also, what are you guys looking forward to most coming out this year? Because, oh my gosh, is there a heck ton coming out. I look at like October, November, and there's like 10 games I want this year. Like, that if they were spread out over the years, these are all like must-own titles, like day one. Like Fallout 4, Mario Maker for me is a day one title. Xenoblade Chronicles, Star Fox I can probably wait, but Nintendo games never drop in price, so I'll probably get it eventually. Yoshi's Woolly World looks like a great continuation of like it looks like they made it Yoshi's Island, but updated it from what I can see. And if you know anything about my history, Yoshi's Island is one of my top games of all time, probably my top 10. So at this point, I own it 3 different ways. On the Wii U, the Game Boy, and the SNES. So when I buy multiple copies of a game, that means I really love it. So that's the thing. So yeah, and that's, I think, is good. Let's have another drink, and then I'll see you guys again. So all right. So until we meet again, stay on target.